What's up, everybody? Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, and we're back today with one of my top 5 cards in color combination. Today we're doing Izzet. You may hear a small human in the background. My daughter is playing in the room right next to me. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let me know what Izzet cards you like and jam into every deck in the comments down below. But first up, we have Flame of Anor. Flame of Anor is an instant. For 1 generic, 1 blue, 1 red. Choose one. If you control a wizard, as you cast it, you may choose 2 instead. Target player draws 2 cards, destroy target artifact, or it deals 5 damage to target creature. It is an excellent removal spell, a great way to gain some cards, and a good artifact removal card. It's good enough that it has seen play in Legacy, and I'm not sure if it saw play in Modern. That was during a time where I wasn't actually paying attention to Modern, so let me know in the comments down below if Flame of Anor made it into there. But I find myself putting this in any single, not just Spellslinger deck, but I run it in a lot of my Grixis decks. I run it in my Izzet decks, Jeskai decks, anything in there that's red and blue, because it is just kind of a do-everything spell. And with wizards being a more and more common, just generically good creature type that is making an appearance in more decks, Flame of Anor, it's good every single time. It feels good every time I play it. Next, also from Lord of the Rings, we have Gandalf's Sanction. It is, again, for 1 generic, and Izzet, it's a sorcery, and it deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard. Excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. This card is very good removal, and especially in a Spellslinger deck, where I run it in my VV deck, I cast this spell, I usually blow out somebody's creature, and then do a large stack of damage to someone. And even if I'm not blowing out some tiny creature and doing a large amount of damage to them, I am still able to kill something that's really large, especially in the mid to late game, because unlike a lot of cards in Magic the Gathering, this one kind of scales based on where we are in the game. So unless somebody has, graveyard removal, this is going to get progressively more and more valuable as we go on, and a higher and higher rate for that 3 mana. Overall, I like it a lot. Very good. And try it out in... I would try it mostly in Spellslinger decks, but you can probably make it fit in pretty much any deck, because you should be running instant and sorceries, be it removal, ramp, whatever in there. But yeah, it's pretty good. Number 3, I've got Bilbo, Retired Burglar. I know there's a lot of Lord of the Rings cards here. 1, I love Lord of the Rings, and 2, a lot of the Lord of the Rings cards are actually really good. So he's a 1/3 for, again, 1 generic, a blue and a red, and says, when Bilbo Retired Burglar enters or leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you. So the ring tempting you, gives you that stuff where it can't be blocked by stuff with greater power. Mode 2 is when it attacks, you draw and discard a card. Mode 3 is if it's blocked, the creature that blocked the ring bearer dies or gets sacrificed at the end of combat. And the last mode on it is if it connects, everybody loses life. Each opponent loses life at the end of turn. But Bilbo has, when he enters, he ring tempts you, and then when he deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. You don't need to have this in a Ring Tempt You deck to get value out of him, because if you give him your Ring Bearer status, the odds of somebody having a 1/1 pretty low. There's always going to be somebody who's playing Timmy creatures, and you'll be able to poke and generate a creature every turn. I find that he's a pretty good creature for the rate that he is. Having a toughness of 3 also makes him a little bit more survivable if something does manage to block him. But overall, Bilbo Retired Burglar, pretty fun. I would say he's probably on the lower end of the power of the cards that I have on this list, but I do find that I jam him into a lot of my decks because I really like treasures. Next, we have the Red Death Shipwrecker. This is probably the most niche card that you will see on this list, and probably one of the most niche cards that you will see in any kind of Izzet list. So, what is he? He's a 1/3, and for once, we're not a 3-drop here. It's just 1 blue, 1 red. And he has Alluring Eyes, which is tap him and goad target creature an opponent controls. That player draws a card, and you add 1 red mana. So, he can be a mana dork, but I really like this. I love goad. I'm a massive fan of goad. I like turning people's creatures against each other and making it so like they have to attack somebody who isn't you. and sitting at a table and you goad somebody, nobody's going to blame the guy who goaded the creature. They're going to get mad at the person who got goaded for attacking them instead of the other person. It is a fun politics card. Yeah, the opponent draws a card, but generally speaking, they're not the ones mad at you, and that card's probably not going to be used against you. And adding the 1 red mana is not insignificant in and of itself. I actually am going to be building this deck in paper pretty soon. I've got a list together for it, and I'm very excited to mill people out, create infinite mana, all that sort of thing, and goad people's stuff into oblivion. So, yeah, Red Death Shipwrecker, pretty fun. Just an overall, like, silly little card that I highly recommend. And last but certainly not least, we have Invert Polarity. I like this card because of a little bit of uncertainty about it, but it is double blue and 1 red. It's instant, and you choose target spell. Doesn't have to be yours, it can be an opponent's as well. Then you flip a coin, and I love flipping a coin. I actually have a Roman, like an ancient Roman coin that I use. I probably shouldn't, but I do. And if you win the flip, gain control of that spell, and you may choose new targets for it. If you lose the flip, counter the spell. So at worst, for an opponent's spell, if they play something big, like say they play Seagate Restoration, at worst you're countering it. At best, yeah, sure, they get to draw their stuff, but you also get to have a Seagate Restoration. So good. Or if somebody has a targeted draw spell or targeted removal, love this card so much. I have actually blown out quite a few opponents with this card in multiple circumstances. Targeted draw spells, I have used this and gained the thing off of it. I will say this, if you do that to someone when they're like targeting themselves for like 7 or something like that, they will get kind of mad at you for choosing new targets for the spell. They get very, very mad very quickly because they wanted the cards, not you. And the countering's good regardless. Like I said, this spell overall is just fantastic no matter what. Like, there is no real downside. I suppose the only downside I can think of to this card is that it's double blue and red instead of, our generic and then a blue and red. But try it out. It's really good, really strong. This one was pretty quick today, mostly because, I've got a little girl that is playing with some stuffed animals right now, and I've got to go do some parental duties of hanging out with that, because, YouTube comes second to family. Always, always. So, without further ado, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon. Let me know what your favorite Izzet cards are in the comments down below, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.